So on Saturday we had our appointment with the private paediatric dermatologist. At this point Ava was 7 weeks and 2 days. We went into this really plush hospital with free tea and coffee and cold water and a gorgeous play area for my toddler. It was sort of a million miles away from the hectic GP waiting room that I'm used to. And we went in, we saw this doctor who's got years of experience, had about a half-an-hour appointment with him. I showed him some photos of her birthmark that I'd taken from when she was born. We talked about the hemangioma. He confirmed it was a superficial hemangioma and a small one. And you know, he wasn't concerned about it really, but he did say that if it continued to grow outwards that it might distort her vision, because it would get in the way of her line of sight and she might end up with a squint or something like that. So he was actually quite happy to prescribe us some medication for it. He said that the general consensus about hemangiomas is to let them run their course, as in let them, you know, they grow for a period of sort of about 6 months to a year, and then they slowly start to go by themselves, the involution stage. But thankfully he prescribed us the beta blockers that I was hoping for. So I'll just show you the medication. So it's called Timolol maleate. It comes in a small little bottle, and you basically, before you use it, you shake it, open the lid, and then literally put 1 drop onto the hemangioma and spread it out over the hemangioma, and you do that once a day. Timolol is actually a treatment for glaucoma, and according to my research, you know, it's fairly new treatment, and I think they've been using it for, it sounds like they've been using it for, you know, for a couple of years. And the doctor, he said there's no side effects really. It's a very safe treatment to use on such young children, and it's also a 0.25% rather than the 0.5%, which I've also read about. But in my research, it sounded like the 0.25% was just as effective, but may have less side effects, because there are some side effects apparently, like cold hands and feet or disturbed sleep. We haven't come across any of these yet, but it's still very early days because we've only been using the treatment for 3 days. So today is day 3 of using the treatment. I think I've noticed a slight difference. It's quite hard for me to know, because I'm with her sort of 24/7 and it's quite hard to see any changes, but it definitely hasn't grown anymore. It definitely looks less red, and the edges may be slightly more blurry. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see now over the next few weeks, and I've got another appointment with the private dermatologist in 6 weeks' time. Today actually I received a referral letter for the NHS dermatologist, which is on Friday, but at that point she'll be 8 weeks and 1 day old. So I'm going to go to that appointment as well, and see what they say, and hopefully then I can access the NHS healthcare so I don't have to pay for the private healthcare anymore. Now I'll introduce you to Ava. So this is Ava. She is 7 weeks and 4 days old today, and you can see her hemangioma there on the bridge of her nose, quite close to her eye. When I put the Timolol gel on her hemangioma, I usually wait until she's asleep, and also I clean her face first. So I'll do it first thing in the morning. I'll give her face a clean so she's all fresh for the day, and then when she's having a little nap in the morning, I'll put the gel on the hemangioma and spread it out with my finger, and then it sort of dries quite quickly. What are you doing? You wriggling around, are you? And it leaves a little bit of a sort of a crust around the edge, which just looks like dry skin, but I just leave it well alone from then on. And yeah, so it's really simple to use. So I will do some follow-up videos. I'll do one after I've had the appointment on Friday with the NHS dermatologist, which will be her, yeah, she will have had the treatment then for a week, so hopefully we will see some progress by then. And we'll do some more follow-up videos, so hopefully see you soon. Bye.